I want to do a little walk around on the 66 New Yorker, and it's a one-owner car I got from the original owners. It's a two-door hardtop, big block 440 car. It has one cheap repaint. You can see it's got a little bit of bubbling up underneath the paint in some areas. See if I can show. You can see here, still solid, but it's, it's in a couple of the areas where it got up underneath the paint. There's one other area right here. The fabric, tell had the original fabric. The original color was a sand color, like you see that's on here, not the mauve that was painted once in the mid or early 90s, I would suspect. Sat underneath this tree, so it's got a bunch of crap on it. All the chrome, all the bumpers are good. No dents or anything like that. A little bit of the chrome plating starting to come right there. A little bit of pitting on the actual bezels here. You can see where paint got up underneath that, or where it bubbled up underneath. Over here I pulled the piece of trim. You can see where it's still solid, but it's got rust right there. A little wasp, I think, that started up underneath the hood. All the trim, you can see where the paint, but every piece of trim all along the bottom, everything solid as can be. There's no wrecks on the car. The whole side is good, solid, no wrecks. The whole front, everything, no dents, good chrome everywhere, all the way. All this trim is really good, all the way on the car. The mirrors have the slightest amount of pitting on them. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see in this right here. All the stainless is good. Glass is not cracked anywhere. Glass is all good. So you can see here, perhaps this is original color underneath here, a little tannish color more than a mauve. I don't know how well that'll show up on the paint. All the stuff, like right here, I have the emblem to this. The inside of the car, there's that Chrysler emblem right there. Car's dirty, been sitting. Door panel's warped on the bottom. You can see here, kind of started separating there a little bit. Everything worked when this car was parked. I knew the original owners down to the AC. The switches on the windows need cleaned, but it has 8-way power seat, front, back, tilt, all that. It's a bucket seat console car. You can see the threads have tore on the back right there, in the middle right there. Headliner's good up to this point, and then it's split right across. The seams on the visors are bad. Dash is crack free. Dash is all good. Like I said, it's original console bucket seat car. Interestingly enough, it's not a factory tack mount. It's actually a factory vacuum manifold pressure gauge that does work as well. Car starts good. It's cold-blooded like all big blocks are. Sometimes you have to crank it 10 seconds or so when it hasn't been started in several days or a week or two or whatever. Let's see what else. All the interior lights, gauges, turn signals, dash lights, all that work. Someone added a CD player in the 90s. All that's up and running. I have it turned off. I don't use that. 60,000 mile car originally. Speedometer was squealing and squalling. A couple weeks ago it popped out, or tip of the cable broke, one of the two. You can tell from the gas pedals that it's 60,000, not 160. It's all that's original, like I said. The clock doesn't work. I don't believe the clock works. Let's see what else. You can see the headliner tore right there on that seam. The rest of it was good, but that means the whole thing needs redone. Carpets needs redone as well. It's wore right there. That's the only place, right there and right there. Otherwise, the rest of the carpet is good condition, but it's worn, as you can see in the back right here. This is a matching numbers car. I got it about 6 years ago. Squalling a little bit on the belt, makes a little noise. Got the AC turned on, so it sounds good. It doesn't smoke at all. Even when you start it after it's been sitting a long time, it doesn't. Not even valve guide thing or anything. It's the big block 440, first year of that. You can hear the belt squeals a little bit when I rev on it. Let's see what else. It's got a whole lot of new stuff on it. Brand new tires, new carburetor, water pump, fuel pump, plugs, wires, distributor cap, all that, tune up. Rebuilt the carburetor. The power booster starting to fade. Radiator works good. It's got the aftermarket overflow bottle right there. I took the original antenna off right here. It goes through here. I had to put a car cover on it, and I didn't want to have to punch a hole in the car cover, so I have all that as well. Get into the trunk. Underside of this car is solid as could be. Not any rust anywhere. It was always garaged up to that point where she stopped driving it. And let's see, round key upside down. Chrysler. There's no holes anywhere. The original padding and stuff was, starting to fade and go. I still got some of it in there, but there's surface rust here, but there's no rust underneath it or anywhere. All this is good. The underside of the car, I don't know if I can see it well in the daytime here, but you can see the new gas tank. Every bit of it's good though. There's no holes anywhere. Let me get under the floorboards here. Hang on. You can see it's all pretty solid. Everything's good. Frame, all that. I got it. Oh, and it was on the lift when they put the new transmission in it. I was really impressed. I don't know how well you can see the new tranny. All this, no floorboard and funny business or anything like that. Like I said, all this trim is really good. No dents anywhere. Original hubcaps. All four of them are good, except for this one on the left passenger. That's why she stopped driving it. She was driving it in the early 90s, and this passenger side rear wheel bearing went, and she drove it until it literally caught fire. You can see how it melted that hubcap. They had to put a whole new axle and everything in it when that happened. That's why she stopped driving it. Her husband was working for the dealership, and he had a demo car. She just started driving the new demo, and it went in the backyard. So everything, all the original AC brackets and condenser and all that is still hooked up. It's never been charged. Like I said, this was my friend's neighbor I got it from, and I just know for a fact that this car was running down to the AC and everything working when she parked it. She just had that new demo. Like I said, I've had the car like 5 or 6 years, and the only reason I'm selling it is because I got my 60 Impala here, and I'm moving to Arizona, and I don't want to take both of them. I have my truck here and my other Honda there. I don't want to have to pull 4 cars across country. So that's the only reason I'm selling this car. Like I said, brand new tires all the way around. It's got all the jack and everything. Got a brand new tire for the spare as well. Like I said, all the glass is good. All the turn signals work. Headlights, all that stuff works good. So I hope that's a good example of telling you everything I know about the car. I can tell you it used some gas. Probably gets like 10 miles a gallon. That big 440. It's not, of course, you know, that was back when gas was probably 35 cents a gallon in '66. But, so that's everything I can think of on the car. If you got any other questions, let me know. Of course, I have an open title and all that. But it's a straight, solid car. That would be a great car without too much work. Essentially, just what it needs is another repaint, headliner, carpeting, clean the window switches, charge the AC, and this would make someone a great car. Good solid bones. Hope you enjoyed the video.